Welcome back, guys, to another beer review. You're watching All the Beer No Idea. I'm Baz. I'm not going to ramble on like the last take I've done. We've got a beer coming up now, and probably the final Blade beer review for a while, just because this is the only beer that I haven't reviewed so far that I can get hold of. And what we've got coming up is Amstel. Now, it's the English brewed Amstel, coming in at 4.1%. So any second now, I'm going to do a video of the pour, and then we'll come back and take the review from there. So back in a tick. So here we are, beer in a glass. Give it a bit of a tap. Should be clean, but it's maybe not perfect. Amstel beer in a glass. As I was saying, this is the English brewed stuff, 4.1%. Anyone that watches my channel know that quite a while ago, when this was released, I had a bit of a rant about it. Now, it's not a beer that I particularly wanted to pick up, but as a beer reviewer and owning the machines, I feel that I need to do them, really. I need to do these. Now, this keg coming at $29.99 from Beerwolf, 8 litres of it. My big rant was that the sub, people who own the sub, were getting the Dutch brewed Amstel at 5%. We were getting this 4.1% stuff. Now, I've reviewed it in bottle. It was shit. It was shit. It really was. So yeah. So I've got this to review. Because, as I said, it's something you need to do. So, beer in a glass, golden straw colour, plenty of carbonation going up there. We've got just a finger of head on top. I'll be totally honest, I had a pint of this earlier on. So, this is not the first pint out the glass, out the machine, I should say. So, the tap has been wetted. The tap has been wet. There was a much bigger head. So, I'm very intrigued to see, well, obviously, I've had a pint, so I sort of know. But even when I first poured the first pint, I was very intrigued. I was wondering whether this, I'm kind of expecting this to be the worst beer on the Blade. I recently reviewed Tenants on the Perfect Draft, which was a complete load of dog shit. And I fully expected to get slated by a lot of people for that, for not having a very good opinion of it, really. And funnily enough, I had so many Scottish people out there that actually agreed. So thank you all for your support. I wasn't just being an arse. I think a bad beer needs to be pulled up if it's a bad beer. Anyway, I've rambled on too long about something else. So, British brewed Amstel in a glass. I've done all the looks wise and everything. Carbonation going up, finger of whitehead, clear as a bell. Let's dive in on the nose, see what we get. Right. I only had a couple of bubbles sticking to the glass. The glass should be reasonably clean. Well, it should be pretty bloody clean, to be honest. Smells disgusting. It's just, I mean, I don't think I actually picked anything up in Tenants. This one for me just smells like a Nasty Pint from the fucking pub. You know, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Maybe my glass isn't perfectly clean. Maybe the glass smells, maybe this should have been rinsed and all that first, but should be clean. But it smells disgusting. It smells like generic fucking shite. Let's dive in and see what we get. Right, I'm going to get the niceties out the way now. Not as watery as the bottle. So the bottles we can pick up, can't we, from the supermarkets. Certainly not as watery as that. Not as thin as that, I would say. There seems to be a bit more oomph to this one. And for me, I don't know. It's maybe got a little bit more flavour in it. So for now, it's better than the bottle. Alright, yeah, body wise, okay, average. But I'm now getting that watery finish on it on the end. Quite carbonated. Not, although there's not much in there, it's quite busy in the mouth. It's not a comfortable carbonation. It feels a little bit over carbonated, if I'm totally honest. The mouthfeel is wishy-washy. Yeah, it's not particularly smooth, it's not particularly pleasant. Taste-wise, yeah, probably better than the bottle, if I'm totally honest. But nothing really there. A bland taste. Spicy sort of pepperiness to it. And that's about it. The carbonation in the beer really sort of brings out that spicy pepperiness. And no doubt with all them little bubbles going on, it probably adds to that sort of prickly sort of feeling that you get in there. But otherwise, see, it's coming up already quite a bit. I mean, you might pick up a little bit of lemon in there. For me, it's the tenets of the blade, this is for me. It's wishy-washy. It has nothing to it. I'm trying to be nice. Well, I tried being nice at the start, but in all honesty, it doesn't smell appetizing. It doesn't taste appetizing. It's relying on that pepperiness and the carbonation to make that feel like it's got a bit of spicy pepperiness to it. It's the only thing going on with this beer. So for me, Amstel, yes, from the blade, better than the bottle, for sure, better than cans. But ultimately, it's still a shit beer. All you are getting is a pub quality shit beer, same as the Tenants was from the Perfect Draft. So that's my views. Apologies if you don't like my views. Obviously, we're all entitled to our opinion. Would I recommend it? Personally, no, I wouldn't recommend it. Gossamers and Zipfer. There's, what else was, I'm trying to think what I've had on there. Gossamers and Zipfer. Punta Gama was half and half really. Linzer I wasn't a big fan of. Zwickel I wasn't a big fan of. Messina, I mean, even that's better. Moretti I wasn't over keen on. There are much better beers on the blade, especially lagers. For me, Heineken, one of the best ones on there as well. You've got much better beers than this. Why the hell would you want to go and drink that? So for me, it's not one I would recommend. Feel free to comment if you've had this beer before. Let me know what you think. Keep it respectful. Obviously, I'm entitled to my opinion. You're entitled to yours. And that's it for this beer review. So possibly a little bit controversial. Hey ho, that's how it goes. So thank you all for watching. As soon as the new keg comes out for the blade, I will pick it up and I will review it. So thank you all for watching. Enjoy your Friday night. That's it for the reviews tonight, and I'll see you again on another beer review. Cheers.